Right now, however, bouncing our way in the immediate future will be Pat Kelsey, the head coach of Louisville, is walking right up. He's going to throw the headset on, and we're going to be good to go here. Coach, thank you very much for taking the time. Let's go ahead and turn your microphone on. There we go. Now we're ready to roll.
How you guys doing?
We're doing well. I do have to give a hat tip to your player, Chucky Hepburn. Tipped us off you're a big Bengals fan.
Yes, sir.
So we'll start with Sunday night versus the Giants. How are we thinking Burrow and the boys are going to do?
Well, we've really struggled out of the gate. We were a Super Bowl hopeful to start the season.
Some people sitting in a chair over here may have picked them to or picked Burrow to be the MVP.
I know.
So,
he still might be. I mean, that cat is killing. He had 5 touchdowns, 500 yards the other day. We lost to the Patriots. Bad loss. Lost at Kansas City. That's a tough place to play. And then beat the Panthers, then lost to Washington, and then lost a heartbreaker the other day. So here we are, 1-4. All
right, so I'll give you your fan bona fides card. There's a little proving it there running through the entire schedule. I liked it.
You want to talk about the Reds and Bengals? I can talk about it forever. We just got Terry Francona with the Reds, by the way.
Look at that. Actually, you know what? That's interesting because a lot of times I think coaches maybe don't relate to fans as much, like the living and dying with something you can't control because coaches always want to control. Does being such a big Reds fan or being such a big Bengals fan maybe set you up better to understand the message boards or the Twitter that come with the diehard Louisville fans?
100,000%. At 100,000%. First of all, I don't read fanbirds and I don't read social media comments.
And maybe that's why, because the Bengals ones.
But, fan is fanatic. I'm a fanatic of the Cincinnati Reds and Bengals. I am completely, nuts out of my mind. And when the Reds are on a 4-game losing streak, I'm losing my mind. So I 100% get it. But in the coaching world, obviously, there's ups and downs. There's goods or bad. Hey, Brad, how are you, buddy? Good seeing you, man. There's goods, there's bads, there's ups, there's downs, there's wins, there's losses. It's important for a coach to steady the ship. Look, you guys are down in Raleigh. The job Kevin did last year with his team at NC State, amazing. Perfect example of that. Weathered the storm and got the ship righted and, had them rolling going into the tournament. Killed it, became the story of college basketball, and went to a stinking Final Four. So that'll be a story that I'll talk about in coaching for a long, long time.
Perfect transition there. Head coach Pat Kelsey of Louisville joining us here. Our area, especially the state fans, are still thirsting for every DJ Burns story they can get from that run. You coached him at Winthrop. This is pre-transfer, pre-taking over and being a national star and a national story. Can you give us a couple good DJ Burns stories from his time at Winthrop?
Oh, man. First of all, I love the kid. He's got a special heart. His personality, his smile lights up a room. He is special. Great parents, unbelievable mom and dad. His mom texts me from time to time, a lot during the tournament run too, and she's so she's so nice, and she would say, "Coach, look what we did. You've had a hand in this just to make me feel good." That's the type of people that they are. But holy cow, man! I probably have a lot of DJ stories, a couple I probably don't want to tell you. But it did take us about a month to convince him that gravy wasn't a beverage. But no, I just remember, he got in phenomenal shape. I thought our strength coach did an unbelievable job with him. And then I kind of saw him, at the beginning of the season at NC State. And I'm like, gosh, DJ, what happened? And then he went out and set the college basketball world on fire. So what the heck do I know? But
he had to play his way into shape a little bit.
He just, as has an unbelievable basketball IQ and acumen, and one of the most potent post scorers and passers that there's been in college basketball for a long time.
Well, while we're doing the storytelling thing, I'll just go to the next one, and hopefully you can help us out. Roughly 10 years at Wake, that overlapped as a staffer and as an assistant coach. Chris Paul's there. Do you have any good Chris Paul stories that maybe someone from the outside wouldn't know?
I mean, one thing I remember, he's got unbelievable parents too. Charles and Robin are phenomenal. And, I just remember his freshman year, he got done with a workout like this time of year. It was probably in September, and he had to run out of the gym real quick. And coach was like, "Chris, where are you going?" He goes, "I got to go cut the grass," because his family's from Winston-Salem. He it was his job to still cut the grass since he was living on. I thought that was kind of funny.
I was saying, when he was like an All-American, was he still cutting the grass? Or
I don't know that.
Did that stop?
We used to play like 1-on-1 and 2-on-2.
Mm-hmm.
Chris has told this story several times, like in interviews and things like that. Coach Prosser, the head coach, ended up shutting him down because he's really, really competitive. I'm really, really competitive. And it started to get a little ugly. And he was like, Skip was like, if Chris gets hurt, you're fired. just so you know.
And if we lose, you're also fired, right? So mix it up. Pat Kelsey, head coach, Louisville, joining us. Let's look at Louisville. 12 incoming transfers. I'm going to run down it for you. You know it, but just so everybody else is aware. 2 from BYU, 1 from Georgia, 1 from Wisconsin, 1 from USF, 3 followed you from Charleston, 1 from Long Beach State, 1 from Colorado, 1 from JMU, and 1 from Washington. Did you have enough time to watch every game in the entire country looking for the guys you wanted?
It was a blur of a first 2 months, that's for sure. Somebody asked me about the first 30 days, and I was like, I can't even remember. But no, it was great how all the pieces came together. Our team, our staff worked very, very hard. We're excited about the makeup of our group and the direction of our team.
Was that the plan when you took the job to kind of completely revamp the roster from
really.
the jump?
There was some potential of some guys staying and things like that. It just didn't work out that way. So, we're excited where our team's at.
The James Scott, Kobe Rogers, and Rain Smith, the ones that followed you from Charleston, what was it about those guys that made you reach back and bring them along? Because, there's, as with most coaching changes, a lot of guys left Charleston, and those were the 3 that ended up with you at Louisville.
Yep. One of them's redshirting, Kobe Rogers, who's recovering from a knee surgery. But all 3 of them, Kobe, Rain, and James, first of all, they're all really good players. James is a 6'11" sophomore, I think, with huge upside potential. Rain Smith is, I think, one of the better shooters, pure shooters in college basketball. Kobe is just a phenomenal all-around player, and he'll be eligible next year. But it was a huge advantage for those guys to be with me as well to help implement our system and our culture because they know it so well. They know it like the back of their hand. So it was almost like you had some returning players in that, they could finish my sentences and help guys get up to speed with what we do and how we do it.
Do you almost have to build in like a ramping up of expectations with that many new guys learning the new school, learning each other? Because, 12 new guys is 12 new guys, regardless of whether a few of them come from the same spot or not.
Yeah, it's a process, but we've been able to train all summer. We went on a foreign tour at the beginning of August, which allowed us to have 10 additional days of practice. You kind of you train year-round now in college basketball. So I think from the very beginning there was great cohesiveness and connectivity with our group, and it allowed us to come together pretty quickly, and I like the spot that we're in.
Those foreign trips, you were in the Bahamas?
Yeah.
Was like the team building aspect. Seems like you get distracted by the beaches and stuff, right? Like, how much time are you spending, getting to know each other rather than riding waves?
Well, it's a quick trip, right? Because you can get right over there and get back. But part of it was basketball, us growing in our team, playing some teams, working on how we prepare, all that. But then it was also a time where guys could spend time together and grow our cohesiveness and work on our chemistry, and that was it. We were able to do that as well.
Pat Kelsey, head coach of Louisville. Coach, thank you for taking the time.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.